Hi guys, Miss Julie here. How are you guys doing today? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? For me, thumbs up, because I really enjoy this time that we get each Sunday. So this Sunday is Pentecost Sunday, and we remember Pentecost being a really special day because that's the day that the Holy Spirit came and filled the apostles. Now, Pentecost was a festival that was taking place anyway, but the filling of the Holy Spirit was a pretty special event. And so because of that, we thought it might be really interesting to talk about the Holy Spirit for just a minute. And so I have a glass here that I'm just going to fill with some water from my sink. And you'll see I have a glass of water. I'm gonna take a sip. Pretty good tap water. This is what it's like when we ask Jesus to be our forever friend. That's the way I like to say, put our faith into God. When we make that decision, God fills us with the Holy Spirit. But that doesn't mean that we've changed all of our bad habits, let us say. So for some of us, we might still struggle with anger. And so our lives still might have some anger in it. For some of us, we might be really jealous. We might be jealous of things that our friends have or that others have, or maybe sometimes we're jealous of experiences they get that we don't get. And for some of us, we look like we have it all together, but we're really kind of stinky. So we'll pour in a little bit of vinegar. And maybe for some of us, we say, I hate you to people, and we know that we shouldn't because we should be loving them, but we still are filled with hate. And sometimes we say bad words, or we say words that aren't very kind to people, and we hurt their feelings, and that can go into us as well. Now, when you look at this glass, it's pretty yucky looking. It's pretty disgusting. And so sometimes after we're saved or after we put our faith into Jesus, our lives haven't really changed yet. And so people will look at that and they'll say like, well, you're no different than I am. And that's where the Holy Spirit comes in. Now, if you're like me, sometimes when I do things wrong, like right away I have that, oh, I shouldn't have done that thought, or, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And that's the Holy Spirit at work in me, trying to fix that sin that's still living in me. The process is called sanctification, and that's a really big word. But really, what sanctification means is the Holy Spirit's trying to free us from the sin. And so how do we do it? Well, the Bible tells us that we just need to be filled with the Holy Spirit continually. So I'm going to turn the Holy Spirit back on, and I'm going to let him fill me continuously. So some of the things we have to do are just say, God, give me your perspective. I want to see things the way you see them. It might be for some of us reading the Bible, which I know is one of those things that we always go to, but instead of just reading the Bible, it's actually doing what the Bible tells us to do. And so instead of saying an unkind word, it might mean saying something nice to somebody. Instead of just flaring up with our anger, it might mean pausing and having patience with somebody. In addition, sometimes it requires us just to say a couple prayers to God. God, I need your help right now, and I know that you can help me. And if you notice, my glass is overflowing. And that's because the Holy Spirit is just oozing out of us. And so then when people see that you behave differently than they do, they can say, I want to know a little bit more about why you look like this. I'm going to go ahead and turn the Holy Spirit off. Take another sip. Good fresh tap water again. Want to leave you guys with a verse. Ephesians 5:18, the second half of the verse says this. It says, instead, be filled with the Holy Spirit. And so I would encourage you today, be filled with the Holy Spirit. What do you need to do to fill yourself daily with the Holy Spirit? If you memorize this verse and you can make a video, go ahead and post it. The link is here on the bottom of the screen, and we would love to see that. Can't wait to see you next time. Have a good day. Be safe. Bye-bye.